Hi, you've already mastered 80% of a successful consultation. You've learned how to establish rapport and gather information, conduct an examination, and explain the treatment plan. There's just one last step left, the proper conclusion of the consultation. Why is this so important? Because the ending determines whether the patient leaves with a clear understanding of the next steps or feeling confused, and also whether they will come back to you or choose another doctor. Let's break down how to finish a consultation so that the patient feels confident in the chosen plan, understands what to do next, and leaves with positive emotions. And before we move on to filling out the paperwork, let's recap everything we've discussed. For example, you could say, let's sum up. Today we had a consultation, took a 3D scan, some photos, examined your teeth, and discussed several treatment options. Do you have any questions? And is everything clear to you? Why is this important? The patient organizes the information in their mind. You check whether they still have any doubts or questions. If there are questions, you address them now, not later. If the patient is ready to schedule visits, we hand them over to the coordinator, if there is one in the clinic, or we discuss the estimate with them. So how do you do this correctly? For complex treatment plans, such as braces, implants, or major surgery, I usually use similar phrases. Now you will be escorted to our coordinator. He or she will help you choose convenient dates and answer any organizational questions. You will also discuss all the financial details with him or her in detail. The coordinator is your ally. They don't just schedule appointments, they strengthen the patient's trust in the clinic. And for simple treatment plans like treating 1 or 2 teeth, it goes something like this. Let's review the estimate. Here are the approximate timelines and number of visits. Does everything work for you? Don't just hand the patient a piece of paper. Go over the key points. The first visit will include this, this, and this. The second visit will be such and such. So how does this schedule look to you? Before saying goodbye to the patient, ask if everything was comfortable. For example, was everything clear and comfortable for you today? Maybe something was unclear? The patient feels that their opinion matters. You get feedback to improve your consultations. If there were any shortcomings, you'll find out about them here and now, not from a bad review. While the patient is being seen out, you fill out the chart. What should be included in it? First, the dental formula if it hasn't been entered earlier. Also, the results of the examination of the soft tissues, hard tissues. Yes, that includes caries, recessions, bite issues, and everything else you identified. Also, the treatment plan, which procedures and in what order. It's a mistake to postpone filling out the charts until later. Do it right away while the details are still fresh in your memory. Yes. This is where the notes carefully taken by the assistant during the consultation or by yourself will come in handy. The last phrase is the patient's final impression of you. What should you say? Thank you for coming. You've already taken the first and most important step. You've decided to take care of your dental health. The rest is our responsibility now. Or for example, something like, see you at your next appointment. If you have any questions, feel free to write to me. I'm always happy to help you. How should you see the patient off? Ideally, you should do it personally if you have the time. That's probably the best option. If you're already preparing for the next appointment, you can do it through your assistant and so on. What should you avoid? Of course, being in a rush. Even if you're running late, the patient shouldn't feel it. Also, carelessness in documentation. And probably one of the most important things is negativity. Even if the patient has doubts, end the consultation on a positive note. As a result, the patient will leave with a clear plan, the feeling of being heard, and the desire to come back specifically to you. I'd also like to touch on a delicate topic. What should you do if you realize you don't want to take this patient on for treatment? For example, the case is too complicated or, I don't know, maybe your temperaments just don't match. Admitting this can be difficult because doctors are taught that we are obligated to help everyone. After all, there's the Hippocratic Oath, but I can't stress this enough. Doctors are people too, and you shouldn't take on a patient who makes you uncomfortable, because in the end, the patient will feel uncomfortable as well. It's better to refer them to another specialist, for example, someone more experienced, or consider, for example, adding an extra complexity factor to the estimate. But in any case, the decision is yours alone to make. Now let's go to perfect consultations. Keep sharpening your mind and see you soon.